All across the United States, there are detailed witness accounts that tell consistent stories of impossible to explain humanoid dog-like creatures known as Skinwalkers, that demonstrate abilities that make the creatures far more supernatural than anything else on Earth. Where do these creatures come from? What do they want? Skinwalker Ranch is synonymous with mysterious happenings, but there's another ranch just west of Skinwalker Ranch that's also reported to be a hotspot of strange activity. Moonshadow Ranch has recently been featured on various websites, its previous owners have detailed strange goings-on that can't be explained, with one theory suggesting that the Moonshadow Ranch is actually where the majority of the activity originates from, and that spills over into Skinwalker Ranch. Previous owners and those who have patrolled the area have reported that one of the most common things to see here is that of mysterious portals, and that these were being reported on so much that government officials got involved. One user online came forward and said that they knew one of the previous owners, and that they said that a secret branch of the government came out on the property and started to conduct tests, going on to say that the whole area including the Skinwalker Ranch appears to be alive. The previous owners are said to have observed these portals opening on the ranch, and they would watch as crafts would fly out of them, comparing the whole encounter to that of a wormhole, detailing that whatever flew out of them appeared to be super advanced. These mysterious crafts were also observed by the previous owners of Skinwalker Ranch, and the individual actually went on to explain that the majority of the activity actually comes from Moonshadow Ranch, but notes that Skinwalker Ranch is also active. Another unknown occurrence said to happen on the ranch is that of the sudden appearance of mysterious wolf-like creatures, which researchers have said is proof of the Skinwalker. Described as being a 7-foot-tall humanoid dog-like creature, with the antlers of a deer, the face of a wolf, 2 jointed legs and large claws located on each hand. Stories of the Skinwalker found across North America have been cited as originating more than several thousand years ago, from legends as old as humanity can remember. Native American tribes, regardless of different religious beliefs and origins, tell consistent tales of the Skinwalker and its dealings. It's from old Navajo legends that the majority of the information surrounding Skinwalkers is known. According to the Navajo tribe, when a tribal member committed a social taboo or a crime, all of the tribal members would come together and begin to perform a cursing ritual on the guilty tribe member, before banishing them from the tribe forever. Alone and cursed, it was believed that the banished tribal members would undergo animalistic transformations whenever their desires began to take control, changing them into a humanoid dog-like monster. It's due to these tales of shape-shifting, transformation, curses and humanoid forms that many cryptozoologists have made the comparison between the Skinwalker and legends of the werewolf from old European tales. Moonshadow Ranch is said to be a hotspot for these creatures, and that they've also been seen crawling out of these wormholes that appear to open up over the property. Previous owners have said they've observed the creatures for a matter of seconds before they quickly run off into the night, and due to the experience happening within a matter of seconds, people haven't been quick enough to capture the majority of these events on camera. One of the issues with these ranches is that previous owners, and those who live near the ranches have said that this activity isn't constant, but note that it happens in waves, and that sometimes it can stop for weeks or months. So tracking what these things are and capturing them on camera has proven to be difficult. Oddly enough, a continuous number of reports surrounding that of Skinwalkers and werewolf-like creatures seem to come from the state of Utah, the state in which the Skinwalker Ranch and Moonshadow Ranch resides. Additionally, both creatures have an uncanny ability to mimic both human voices, alongside animal sounds, with stories that Skinwalker encounters lead witnesses into hearing their own voice, or a friend's voice repeated to them in perfect pitch. If we accept that the stories of strange humanoid creatures across North America are in fact encounters with the Skinwalker, What could this tell us about the species and its abilities? According to NIDS investigators, the private scientific research team deployed at the Skinwalker Ranch during its 20-year joint investigation for Bigelow Airspace and the United States government's Department of Defense, the Skinwalker could very well be an interdimensional creature that hops between universes and uses hidden portals found within the mountains, forests and national parks of our country as entry and exit points into our world. In the documentary The Hunt for Skinwalker Ranch, NIDS researchers claim that while positioned on a ridge overlooking the Uinta Basin, the team began to notice what they described as a hovering ball of white light through night vision goggles, pointed towards one of the middle homesteads of the property. As it hovered around 4 feet off the ground, the witness claimed that the white ball of light began to open up into an estimated 3-foot wide circular portal. However, on the night vision goggles, a device that can detect and measure near-infrared and ultraviolet radiation, the portal appeared to be more like a 3-dimensional tunnel hovering above the ground. The researchers then described that an 8-foot tall, completely black humanoid creature slowly began to crawl out of the 3-dimensional tunnel, elbowing its way through the portal. The creature then grabbed the edges of the tunnel, pulled itself through and dropped down 4 feet before running out into the darkness, out of sight of the researchers watching. Shortly thereafter, the portal began to close in on itself, forming a bright white ball of light before fading in intensity and disappearing entirely. Taking into account this strange sighting and encounter witnessed by the NIDS investigators, could this mean that the Skinwalker creature is in fact an interdimensional species that continues to invade our world via the use of self-creating wormholes? According to the NIDS reports, there appears to be a substantial amount of evidence for strange connections between the distant past and present across the Skinwalker Ranch. So what do you make of the Moon Shadow and Skinwalker Ranch? And do you believe these stories? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.